Hi guys.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Morning. We joined 1 minute early, but I was just waiting for people.
Yeah.
So let's get started. When I talk about overview of Power BI, so basically in Power BI, we will be learning five different modules. Okay, we'll be learning five different modules. Uh, so when you're learning Power BI, it's divided into two parts. It's Power BI Desktop, and then you have Power BI Service. Okay. Now, when I talk about Power BI Desktop, so 90% of your development is done in Power BI Desktop. Remaining just management related stuff, only 10% would be there in Power BI Service. So when I say 90% in Power BI Desktop, it is again divided into four parts in it. First, you will have Power Query Editor, which is like an ETL of Power BI where you will extract the data. So when I say ETL, we will extract the data, transform, and load the data. So during this process of extracting, transforming, and loading, whatever changes you do on the data and cleaning you want to do on the data, that will be done here. Once that is completed, then we go with data modeling. In data modeling, we will go with relationships. Suppose if there are two different tables working and you have to work on two tables to get an understanding, then you go with this data modeling. Okay. So once that is completed, after that we have the third one we have is Power Pivot. So we also call it as table view. In this, we will go with tax. I think you have heard about this, right? Data analysis expressions. So this will be done here. And then we have the fourth one, that is Power View. After cleaning the data and doing everything, finally we do visuals and build reports here. Clear? Understood an overview of what things would be there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So these will be the things in Power BI for learning. And coming back to the next one. Let me open Power BI.
Uh, do we need to register on that, or we just require basic Power BI for this one?
You just have to
I mean,
install
like
this
for some
basic Power
services,
BI.
we need to purchase it. It asks for the license or something. So uh, everything works without a license, or we need to purchase it?
Question is completed, then I'll start to answer.
Yeah, yeah. I'm done with the question.
Okay, fine. So when you are doing this, for learning the first module of Power BI Desktop, no license is required.
Okay.
You can learn without license, but for Power BI service, you definitely need license.
Okay. Then
Just
we
the
can.
10%.
Mhm.
90% of the Power BI you can learn without license. It will be
Okay.
same with license or without license, the content would be same.
Got it. So that trial period will be enough for this 10%.
Yes.
Got that. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any questions? Can I go forward with the next one?
Yes.
Yes. So we have the next one here. I have opened Power BI. So this is how the Power BI desktop will look like. You need not have license for it. This is how it looks like. And people were asking me, ma'am, what all databases we can connect? See here, if you go to get data, click on more options. You can see a lot of connection options are here. These are the file formats and these are the databases. So people, whoever asked me, what all databases we can connect with? I told you I'll show it when I open Power BI, right? So see, these are the wide varieties of databases, wide range of databases which we can connect to. Just have a glance at it for a minute.
Yep. I think we can move forward.
Okay, fine. So these are the different connections which we can go with. And this is the Microsoft Fabric related stuff, Power BI, and Azure Cloud also has some storage services. These are the few Azure Cloud storage services which you have. And then other online services also we can connect with using Power BI to get the data. And we have other services as well, which includes even R script and Python scripts can also be connected.
Got it.
But now I'll go with Excel workbook connection to get a sample data. It's very simple. Any database, anything you want to connect, you just need the locations for the file systems. For the databases, you need the server names, which will be provided by the client. So now I have connected to the Excel sheets. I'm loading it. So drawing your visuals in Power BI is very simple. Have anyone here tried it?
I
Yes.
did it for one client,
Mm-hmm.
but not too complicated. But yes, I have did the like some pivot tables.
You have pivot tables in Power BI?
I mean, like the tables. That's what I did, I believe.
Okay, this table.
Ha ha. Yes.
Okay, it's table. It's not pivot table, it's table and metrics.
Right. Right. Got it.
Because pivot table concept is available in Excel.
Excel only. Yeah. I
Yeah.
understand. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I think I have given some graphs.
Okay. So let me show you few visuals. It's very simple. If you click on a chart and just select the columns, that's it. It's that simple. People who are feel like we are non-technical, is it be easy for us to learn? No, technical, non-technical doesn't matter with Power BI. It's very simple to work on it. So it will load the data. And you want to make it look more beautiful, you have some editing effects as well. You can go with visual borders, you can give some shadows. See, this is not little beautified than the basic one we had. So by default, Power BI visuals are also very interactive. So if I take a slicer, this is called a slicer, which is used to filter the data. Here, if I go with market, if I select market here, and I'll go here, make the same shadows here, stuff. See, automatically when I select Africa, it shows the data related to Africa in the visual. So by default, Power BI visuals are interactive. And then if you want another visual, one second. Yes. Now I can also, instead of doing all together again, I can also copy the visual and its settings and change the column name just in seconds. So I'll change it to market and make it region. And similarly, the visuals also, if you want to follow the same general editings, you can take that. And in the same general editings, you can go like this. And I can remove market. Suppose if you want to change the visual to something like tree map, yes, you can go with it. So that's how it is. Okay. And ma'am, where do we need DAX then? If it is all visuals are direct, where do we need DAX? Very simple. If I go with this, so how many markets do you see there? How many markets do we have in the data?
7.
We see 7 markets in the data, right? Now, if I do sales, if I represent sales here, what is the sum of sales?
12.6.
So this
Point
12.6 is for all the markets, right? So how do you know that is? Suppose if I select any other market, suppose if I'm selecting Africa, you see the value is changing. If I
Yes.
select APAC, the value is changing,
Yes.
right? So this value of
Yep.
sales you have here is for all of them together and it will change based on your requirement. But if you don't want that to change, you want one card to change. For example, this card, the card which you have on the rightmost corner, which is selected right now, should remain constant. It should not change. So now both are changing, right? You also want to see for each market based on selection and you also want the total as it is without changing. Then you will need some DAX. One DAX which we can use is, I'll write a small DAX. I know you might not understand it. If you understand, very good. So I want total sales is equals to, I want to calculate sum of sales, comma. I'll use the filter called all. All will ignore all the filters. See, it returns all the rows in a table or all the values in a column, ignoring any filters that might have been applied. So all function is used to ignore the filters. So in the last one, instead of taking this, I'll take total sales. Now, based on the selection, if I select Africa, is the last one changing? I think our requirement is satisfied now.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not changing, right? See, the
Yes.
other one is changing. So I can compare. So Canada is contributing 66,000, which compared to 12 million in total. So I can compare things like that, right?
Yep.
So to get these scenarios, few scenarios satisfied and do some calculations, we need DAX. And suppose you want to clean the data. You see the market column, this is DAX and Power View. I think you understood 2 modules.
Yeah.
And now another module you have is Power Query Editor. So I told you it is used for editing. You see in the market, you have APAC in uppercase, EMA, all of them in uppercase other than Africa and Canada, right?
Hmm.
Those two has lowercase and uppercase combination. So let's change everything to uppercase. So I'll go transform data, which will open Power Query Editor. Now Power Query Editor is open. I'm just quickly refreshing it. It's refreshed. Now I'll go to the market column. You see, even in the market column, few are uppercase and lowercase. You will see only 1,000 rows. So what I'll do, I have selected the column, transform, format, and uppercase. See, everything is changed to uppercase now. Okay, how do I know? I'll just go with apply. If I click on apply, you see in the background, you see the filter, right? Market filter. Canada and Africa will change to uppercase once this is done. See, do you see that it has changed?
Yes.
This way, if you want any changes in the data, you can make use of Power Query Editor. If you want to close this, you can do close and apply to apply all the changes. So understood how each module is supporting each other there? So each module has its own significance. So Power Query Editor, we use it to clean it. Then data modeling we have for relationships. Third module is DAX. You understood that we do some calculations there. And then we have something called Power View for visualizations. And other than this, you also have some things in Power View. For example, if I want to display, suppose this is my visual. I have country and sales. Do you see a lot of countries here? There are a quite good amount of countries here, right? But if you want to display only top 10, I can go to the country, go with the filters, not basic filtering. I want top N filtering. I want top 5 countries based on sales. Only these should be displayed. Done. You see only 5 countries. If you want 10, you can make it 10. And then click on apply. It becomes 10. So you have only top 10 countries. Making sense?
Yes.
You want bottom 10? Yes, I'll replicate it. Now I'll go to the filter again. In this, instead of going with top 10, I'll go with select top N function, but I'll select bottom and go with 10 based on sales. So it will give you the least sales having 10 countries. Here you go. That's how we can do the visuals, make use of all the options. But in the background, how is it sorting? Do you know? How is it sorting in the background? You don't see it, right? You only see the output, correct?
Yep.
But if you want to do the same in SQL, if you write the queries, you will get to know what is happening in the background. That's the one of the reason I want you guys to learn SQL. Here also, if you see, for example, if I go with DAX, there are lots of DAX which is a part of SQL functions. When I say DAX function, you write the formula, but you will end up in a confusion. So that's the reason we go with, suppose if I go with table manipulation. See, you have something called cross join. Current to group, you have something called distinct column, distinct table. This is a part of SQL. You have group by, intersect, inner join, left join. So all this comes under top N. All this comes under SQL, right? So SQL is taken as a reference to develop Power BI. Got it? So that's the reason SQL will be the basics. So I want people to learn SQL first, then come to Power BI. This is one of the reasons. That clear?
Yes.
Yes. So understood an overview of Power BI on a simple note?
Yes.
Each module, what do we have and things? Power BI service, you will just publish this file. For example, if you're publishing this file, you have to save it first. But now I'll save it in downloads. If saved the file, now I can go with publish. It will ask me to select the workspace. I will go with my workspace. I'll also show you once it is published, how does that look like? It is published. Now, if I open app.powerbi.com, this is Power BI service. If you have a license, you have to open app.powerbi.com. In this app.powerbi.com in workspaces, we have my workspace. This is where we have published the file. This is our file name, right? Testing demo. If I click on it, you will see the visuals here. This is how the client would see your reports as well. Got it?
Got it.
Any questions for me?
Not from me.
Fine. So this is about an overview of Power BI modules. You are going to learn all these modules. Guys, always understand Power BI desktop will contribute 90% of the development. In Power BI service, after completing all the development, we just publish it so that people can look at it. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Can we go with the next one?
Sure.
So the next thing which you guys have to understand is whenever you're working with Power BI, the modules when you're learning, it's like case sensitive. The Power View visual side. If you click on any small thing, also it changes. See, if I click here, also it is interactive. It is that sensitive. You can also click on any of this. You see, any one I select, it becomes interactive. So you have to be very careful about when you're working on Power BI. It's very sensitive. And when you learn SQL itself, you understand half of the Power BI options you have. So please be available during the SQL classes. If you guys are very good at SQL, that's okay. Think it as a revision. And one more thing, as an announcement from tomorrow, I think I already informed you guys that the classes will be from 7:30 to 8:30 in the morning, right?
Yes.
So from tomorrow, you will be joining a new link, which is 7:30 to 8:30 in the morning, where we will start the installation of MySQL and we will continue to learn SQL language.
Yep.
Any queries for me on this?
No.
Okay. Ishwar, do you have any questions?
No.
Hari, Kirtana, do you have any questions?
No. For
Understand?
practicing
Sorry.
Power BI's uh, and Kirtana. So, for practicing Power BI, I simply installed it. So, while practicing, I am facing issue. Um, Simply, it is asking like sign in, sign in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's not required.
can I
Sign in
share
is
my
not required.
screen once?
See, I'm not here to resolve the issue right now, but sign in is not
Okay.
required. I know it will ask you for sign in. If I click on
Okay.
it, see, I am signed in already. It will ask you for sign in, but you can ignore. Even though you don't sign in, you can still work on it.
Okay.
Okay, that
So,
you will learn during the classes.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. And guys, don't worry about suppose when we are practicing, if you have question, who will resolve? I'll not let you guys go with a question mark from the class. Every day you will have the things solved in the class itself. When I give you a task, you have to finish it and come back the next day. If you're not able to do it, we will discuss it the next day and proceed with the next day's topics. But only thing I expect from people is very interactive session.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep.
The more interactive you are, the better you will study in this course. And the promises which I made to you guys is I'll make you ready for a project, right? So that promise I'll put it. Sure.
Got it.
I'm not prolonging the demo sessions too much without any topic. I just want to cut short the topics better without prolonging it with the same point again and again. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If you don't have any questions, I hope you understood what all things you will be learning and how the course would be, right? If you have any questions related to the course, please shoot out your questions. From tomorrow, we will be starting installations and we will be proceeding with the subject.
Yep.
With this, the demo sessions are completed. Hope you already understood how the course would be and how I'm going to teach you guys, right? The only
Um,
promise which I can make is you will learn everything from basics. If you don't know anything, don't worry. I'm here to help you out. Yeah, Vijay.
yeah. I spoke to Sarita.
Mm-hmm.
So she said if a business analyst class is little like you are familiar with, you can join this one. Or if you want to complete that class and join half an hour, I have to stay in that class and then I have to join this. That is the only options she said. And you'll have the recordings, so you can go through the recordings and you can have your doubts and questions in the next class
Yes,
like
you will
that.
have recordings every day.
Yeah. So that is the only option I have. Uh, I don't know why the things got clashed, but that's okay. I need to adjust. That's all. I just wanted to give you a heads up that I'll be joining the class after that one, or if there is
No
nothing
problem.
there, I can join here, leaving that one.
No problem. That's
Yeah,
fine with me.
yeah. Thank you for the uh, heads
Cooperation.
up. Yeah, cooperation,
No
cooperation. Yeah,
worries.
thank you.
No worries. Any other has any questions?
How many days it will be available, the recording sessions here?
I think those questions you have to talk to the Harsha Technologies. I'm here only with the knowledge on what content will be given to you guys and stuff. I mean, I'm not very much aware of it. I only consider things related to subject. Okay, am I clear? Fee structures, class notes, I mean class recordings, all that you guys can talk to the Harsha Technologies. Okay,
Got that.
so if you're good, shall we wind up? If you're good,
Yes, I think so.
okay then. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your patience.
Have a nice day.
Let's
Thank
all
you.
start learning together from tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye
Yep.
bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye.